Hi! Today we have a really fun video. I have over 10 DIY crafts for you all using materials like safety pins, buttons, beads. All of these projects are accessories, jewelry, that kind of thing. All easy, beginner friendly. I've been definitely hoarding some craft materials, so I wanted to sit down and play around, get creative, see what I could come up with. So I hope you enjoy, and let's get right into it. For our first project, we have a button headband. I just took this simple black headband that I had to start, and then I dropped down a pile of buttons and got some glue and just got right into things. I added just a little bit of glue whenever I decided where a button would go, and I repeated this process until the desired area was covered. I sat it up vertically to dry. It didn't take very long at all, maybe like a day, 2 days if you want to be extra safe about it, but I think it turned out really cute. Also very easy to do and very beginner friendly as well. Next, I made some button barrettes and bobby pins. These were a little tricky to do at times because the surface area I was working with was a lot smaller, so just to let you know if you struggle with that kind of thing, this project was a little more focused on the finer hand motions, I guess. But once I messed around a bit, I definitely started to get the hang of things, so it does get easier the more you play around. Using glue that is a little bit tackier, a little bit more dried down was kind of easier because then I could kind of adjust and move around things without the glue running. It was pretty difficult working with bobby pins because it is such a tiny area. The ones I was using did have a slight curve to them, which did add to the difficulty for sure. So if you could get a very flat pin, that would work a lot easier for this project. You'll have an easier time than I did for sure. But despite my doubts during the creative process, they actually all turned out really cute and are still holding up okay. I don't know how long the bobby pins are gonna last, but for now I'm enjoying them. I will say though, these barrettes kind of look like eyeballs. Not totally sure how I feel about that, but would be fun for Halloween. I kid, but I do think it would be actually kind of cute to add little petals around them, like a flower. And here are the bobby pins. Like I said, they are holding up so far. Definitely not the most stable with my material choices. Would definitely recommend getting that as flat as possible so they don't run risk of falling off. All around, I think it's really cute. I like how these turned out. Lessons learned for next time. For our next project, I wanted to mix it up and make some necklaces. Again, working with kind of similar materials, buttons, and also safety pins. I started with a necklace that I had already made, and basically you just make it by linking safety pins together. You open each safety pin and then slide another safety pin on, latch it, and continue on. To attach the buttons, you simply open the safety pin and place them on. For me, I like to lay things out before I go into final decisions, so I'm just playing around, seeing where colors go, where different sizes go, and I continue this process until the necklace is finished. One thing I like about this necklace is because it is so easy and able to be broken down, I can take this apart and remake it if I want to, or decide to use these materials for something else. That's one thing I like about a lot of these projects. But all around, this is one of the easiest DIYs of the whole video, if not the easiest. And all around, I was just experimenting, playing around, didn't really have a specific result in mind, but I think the final result is pretty cool. It sort of reminds me of beachy necklaces, like puka shell necklaces, things with seashells on them, but I like that it's more alternative. It is interesting with the textures, but you could really play around with this concept. You can add charms, pretty much anything that the safety pin, point needle can fit through, you can add to the necklace. So I like the idea of a very eclectic charm bracelet kind of necklace. And this project was so quick and easy, I decided to make a bonus necklace off camera in the same exact style and process, but all around I had fun with this one. And it definitely gives me more ideas moving forward for the future. For our next project, we are making a pair of button earrings, and this was another super easy DIY beginner friendly project. For materials, you do need some jewelry hardware, pieces that can go through your ear to attach the earring to, and then also some small split rings, these little metal hoops to connect the buttons to each other and then to the earring base. To start, I gathered a bunch of different buttons and color options, and I was just laying things out, trying to get an idea of the design I wanted to create. Once I decided, I began getting the different hoops and rings out and started attaching buttons to the earring base. The larger hoops were quite easy to use. They were pretty easy to bend with my fingers, which was nice. I didn't really have to rely on any tools for this one. You do kind of have to play around with the size of the hoops because the middle point of each button may vary from size to size, so you might need to have a larger hoop for some, you can use smaller ones for others. That's why I had to kind of rotate and change my design around because I didn't have enough pieces to connect with all large hoops. I had to change the sizes so I could make the smaller sizes of hoops work. The actual process of making the earrings is very simple. You just attach the hoop to each button and then attach that hoop to the next button, so on and so forth until your earrings are the desired length. I did mention that the larger rings you could open with your hands, but I would definitely recommend a pair of pliers for the smaller ones. Those ones are a lot more difficult to get open. But all in all, incredibly easy project. I think they turned out really cute. They're not too heavy, really simple. Again, I can change them up if I want to. But for my next DIY craft, I wanted to try a button bracelet. The process to making the bracelet is pretty much the same as the earrings, but instead of hooking it to an earring back, you can see that I connected it to a little clasp for the bracelet. I had various sizes of rings left, but not a whole lot of the larger ones, so I decided to make sort of like a chain mail or chain link effect with some of the rings, and I kind of just played around. There wasn't really a rhyme or reason to the pattern I was making. I was just trying to balance out the overall design. As I mentioned before, the smaller you go with the hoops, the more you do need to rely on tools like pliers, so make sure you have those on hand if you're going to be attempting this project. But again, another very simple, straightforward, easy to do craft. I think it turned out really cute. Again, it's easy to kind of take these things apart and remake it if you want to, reuse the materials, so that's nice. But I do like this. I like the little pops of red, and all around I think it's pretty cute for my first attempt. I wanted to make another bracelet, but this time I wanted to mix up the materials a little bit, so I opted for some safety pins and beads. What I began doing was immediately adding beads to each safety pin and filling up a portion of that, leaving enough space to be able to close and latch the safety pin. Then, just like the previous projects, I began attaching the rings to the safety pins, but rather than, put it through the hole in the button, I am attaching it to little holes at the end of the safety pin so I can link them together. You continue the entire process of beading each safety pin, closing it, attaching it to the next one until your bracelet reaches its desired length. While the process is easy, simple, and straightforward, the work itself is pretty tedious just because it's requiring a lot of fine motor skills, pinching each bead, the plier work, so your hands do get a little bit tired at the end, plus I did all of these back to back, so I'm sure that wasn't helping my case. But all in all, you repeat the process until it's finished. I did use some bigger beads here and there to help me out and just to add a little bit of, texture and size difference there. But I love the final result. I think it's really pretty. I do enjoy the variety of beads, the way that it sparkles and catches the light, and I think the fact that it's safety pins is pretty subtle. You have to look closely to notice that detail, so I think that that's fun. It kind of just looks like a metal charm bracelet. And I wanted to try a similar concept for the next project, but rather than making another bracelet, I wanted to make a necklace. I did forget to film this, but the process is exactly the same, just made long enough to fit around my neck. I think it's really pretty. This is another one of my favorites from the whole video. But since we kind of built a full accessory set, I wanted to wrap up the video by making some rings. You need some wire cutters, beads, and buttons, or whatever you want to put on your rings. To make the actual ring, I just took the wire and would wrap it around my finger and then cut it to size. I would always leave a little bit of extra space so I can tie things, latch things, etc., leaving enough space to make sure that everything stays secure and the whole ring stays attached and won't fall apart. I also used the pliers to fold in those last little pieces of wire and kind of smooth things out. I kind of grinded around it to make sure it wasn't poking me. And it turned out really, really cute, this beaded ring, but it was very, very tedious to make. I think the beaded rings are probably one of the more difficult projects just in terms of like the effort and focus you have to put into it. But the button rings were a lot simpler. This one, however, I decided to overcomplicate a little bit because I decided I liked these two buttons styled together. They weren't really working with just the wires, so I used some glue to attach them together. But I think it turned out fun, really funky, kind of 80s modern art inspired, I think. And continuing on with that artistic, creative playfulness, I wanted to make a ring that kind of wrapped up my finger in some capacity. So I had to play around and experiment to get it right. And you can see visually how I got the ring to fit the way that it did. I played with some color options, but I ended up just going with another green one to match. And attaching the wires and buttons together is quite simple. It's, pretty much the same as you would do with thread. You just weave it through the hole, and I would use pliers and whatever I needed to flatten and smooth out those sharp edges. And I really enjoy the final result. It's fun because it is, malleable and adjustable. I can kind of twist it around and change the shape and length of it, which is fun. And for my next ring, I wanted to make a giant button ring. I've had these really large oversized ones that I've been saving and not sure what to do with, but I really love this color of this button and that dark edge around it. It really adds to like the dimension of it. It feels quite cartoonish and alive. So I played around with that one, did the same process attaching the wire, but I thought the middle looked a little naked, so I added another one, a little scrap of wire to weave through that open space. To me, this makes it look like an actual, threaded button, and I really like the visual result of this. It was pretty simple to do. Again, I'm just securing things with pliers, making sure it's smooth, and I love the final result. This is probably my favorite ring of the bunch. It looks so cool. Next, I wanted to make a beaded ring, but rather than use those tiny little ones, I used some larger ones. The process was the same. I used the cut wire, filled it up, left some space at the end to attach the ring and close it shut. This one, super, super easy to do. Very, very easy. Smoothed out the edges, and before you know it, had another adorable ring to wear. I love those beads that have the different colors. Really, really fun. That was our very last project, and here are a bunch of rings I made off camera using similar, if not the same, processes that I showed all of you. I had so much fun making this video. I'm excited to style everything I made, and I hope that you really enjoyed this. So that concludes this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know which project is your favorite in the comments below. Also, let me know if you're going to try some of these. I would love to know. Liking, commenting, sharing, all that stuff really helps out the channel. You can also follow me on Instagram at @theghouliegirl. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!